Alright, welcome back. I'm gonna switch to that. Why did it go to the first song in the playlist? Hang on, I want this one. Yeah, there we go. This is a song that only plays when you're riding a scooter in time rift levels in a hat in time, and you only ride the scooter for like you can never ride the scooter for like the whole level because it's like a sprint button. And you can't double jump out of it, so I think this might be one of the only times that I've heard this full song. But anyway, welcome back. This is not the Hat in Time listening soundtrack appreciation stream. This is the game development making games stream. So last time, let's get back in the mood for this. I was working on this fun little town. Look at it, it's all beautiful. It's beautiful brown bricks. And soon it'll be all sorts of visual flair. Because I think what I'm missing in the game, what an open world game needs, is it needs cool stuff to look at. You know, at the very least, you should be able to walk around and just see cool stuff. Hang on, I'm gonna pause. My Twitch stream is going, and I know that taxes the GPU quite a bit. Yeah, so last time I started work, I made a crude little waterfall, a nice little lake. I may want at least some tremors in the water, but I do kind of like just having like these glass smooth water surfaces. Oh wait, I know what I should have though. A reflection probe. So let's do like... So I would like it to not be... I'll do it like here. Because I'd like it to not like have this one rock completely dominate it. Alright, let's see how that looks in game. There we go. Now it vaguely approximates a reflection. Okay, so for... I think a little stairway up this way would make a lot of sense. And then I could have more buildings around the back here and like more walkways and stuff. And I should start thinking of how I'm going to handle the outskirts, because I guess this will also be... I'll just dot a few like huts on the other side of this, and maybe a little like walkway up onto this side. And I guess since the moveset is flexible enough, I can just sort of do whatever I want in terms of like designing like cities. Like I don't have to really think about how the player's going to navigate it until I just like try to navigate it, and then I can just push and pull things a little bit. It keeps going. Hang on. Alright, that was the song that I wanted to listen to there. But the title theme it's too much of a title theme, so let's just clear this playlist. And let's go to, I don't know. Card City Nights. I haven't done that one in a minute. Oh, okay, I pressed the shuffle button, that's why. Alright, question answered. I'm thinking how I want to tackle, or what I want to tackle next. I guess let's just get out Blender, start blocking out the rest of the city. And I can also start thinking about what I want to do for that final hut. Because if you weren't here yesterday, basically, I made this like way early in the game's development, and it sucks. It looks terrible, and it's not like it's not believable at all, and it's also not interesting. Like, because I'm fine with pushing realism, as long as it's like to do something cool, but this is just stupid looking. Like, it looks like a child's drawing of a house. And this was my attempt at sort of like recontextualizing it or making it more visually interesting and a bit more believable. And it looks kind of like one of those little pumpkin candies that you could get. But I think if I simplified that, it would be the right way to go. And also I'm thinking, I can do, what I'm going to do, this will be sort of weird, but basically, so I'm going to keep this edge here to make a collider. So this way I can still regenerate this collision mesh. And I'll just make it like, actually like, there, so. But that way I don't have the face in here, so that way I can just seamlessly add a waterfall. Or like a flowing water down here. And it'll be a little less bad looking. I'll have to figure out how I'm actually going to do that though. Okay, what else do I want here? So I guess I'll put something here. And eventually I'll even add stairs. See, I'm gonna try. Making this sort of like symmetrical. That's about good. And then it can all just go. For now, it'll just go back into here and it won't do anything. How big does this have to be? It has to be, like, tiny, actually. Actually, I think the rest of this... Yeah, I see what I'm gonna do. All this stuff needs to go up. So that way I can have a lovely little, whatever this is eventually going to be. Actually, I'm just gonna tilt that ever so slightly. Just yeah, that's good enough for now. So this will be what, some sort of ancient temple. And eventually it'll go all the way up to this little cave. And there'll be something cool up there. And then from here, it's more feasible to hop, skip, and jump over to here. But okay, I'm going to put in the last of the paths. So this path see, how do I want to do this? I think I want it to be a little bit... Actually... Well, that looks kind of bad, but maybe the stairs out here just kind of suck. Okay, I'm gonna say gets to like here. And then they're like, okay, you can just walk up the hill to get to here. Like this is, that's as far as it goes. I think this should also actually look good. And this will be, oh wait, I don't want that there. Why is, okay. Will this eventually move inside? Move inside the collection. It's not inside the collection. Move inside collection. Link inside collection. Did I accidentally, so what is, Alright, let's just unparent this. And then maybe I can move it inside the collection. Nope. That's technology that's a little too advanced for me, I guess. Can I move it to the collection? I wonder why that didn't work through the mouse. And also I should think more about how I want these buildings to actually like, look. Because right now I'm just kind of like laying out rectangles. Actually, you know what? On the other page, I'm going to bring up some, let's do like Cairo. And Baghdad. Let's see, where else could I look for a similar desert-like environments. Because, yeah, Egypt has the Islamic architecture, but then I'm sure there's also, like, even older stuff. And I've seen also here, so for this Saladin Citadel, you know, there's these pretty large bricks in this round little thing, but then there's also these gigantic bricks in this wall here. So that makes a lot of sense. I should think about like the different sizes of bricks and like what the use of them would be. No, so I should look more into... I was originally starting with Indian architecture, but I didn't actually look at very many references. I think that's... Yeah, I should work on that. I don't have enough, like... Or I don't do enough research, I think, to get, like, a good visual style. What if I did this here? And then you could walk up the side of this building. And then you could, like, plummet to your death here. You know what? That's a safety hazard. And I guess this will be fine in terms of, like, proportions, as long as I actually make it a little bit larger, because I keep forgetting, like, because this building looks too tall. Like, it looks unrealistically tall from this side, but it's actually, like, I have to remember, these aren't streets, these are, like, sidewalks. You know, so this is barely, like, this is maybe not even one story, so it might be a little too short, actually. And then on this side, it might be like 3 stories. Maybe this right here will be all cleared out. So I'll do like, also, these should not be teetering so precariously that way. So here, this will be just like a big plaza to not obstruct the temple. That's plenty of building space there. And then let's just say here, it'll gradually die down. And do I need this at all? Because I don't think I need this. Yeah, I can just dissolve that edge as well. And I think I'll leave a little bit of negative space in a few places, but not sure exactly where. I know, there's going to be a man-made dam here, actually. Because that actually, like, would make complete sense. And it's convenient, because then I don't have to model a smooth transition from the lake to the river material. I knew what I was doing the whole time. And there might be... I might have a little stream trickle down. And then I can even have a whole little story thing. Like, maybe there's, like, the ethical question of, like, well... You know, this city is basically blocking, like, a major source of water and only letting a little trickle through. But then again, how much would it really help the rest of the area, you know, if they, like, just let, you know, if they let all this water go? And how much damage would it do to this area? Truly an ethical qualm for the ages. I was thinking of making a little path that goes up this way, but I might not, because I'm sort of running out of steam already. In this area, I guess it'll just be a little, like, hiking trail, I guess, up to the town from the other side of the bridge. Oh. Alright, I was gonna do some, like, thing there. Like, I was gonna make arches underneath the water, but that doesn't actually make sense for this particular thing. Because I think I'm gonna have some of these buildings actually be enterable soon. Well, at some point, eventually. Wait, for some reason I wasn't even recording. That's concerning. Did I accidentally stop? Ugh. Maybe I'll stitch together something from, like, the recovered VOD. I'll have to remember to do that. So I guess in video game adjacent news, I saw the trailer for that new Ina game, Ina Dream Barbecue, and that looks really cool. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I like that there's more, like, attention given to these sort of surreal projects now. Though Joel G, the guy who made Ina, he did already have sort of a fan base through more conventional animation, because he used to do parodies, and then he did his original project, like Hands Up, which was more grounded. So maybe that's the secret to doing weird things, is to just do less weird things first, to sort of build up a fan base. Which honestly isn't much of a new development, because you can even see stuff like that from, like, the Beatles. Well, actually, almost any musical group that became, like, prominent will start eventually doing, like, the weirdest things you can imagine. What do I want here? So this is how you would enter this building. what is this building? What do I want here? I guess that's fine as it is. And I want this to be more like this, so that way I can do this and these buildings are getting so screwed up. Oh well. I'll just have to figure out, like, how to actually design these soon. And for a little more negative space, I'll do, what will I do here? Maybe something like this? And then maybe there's just gonna be a little, just a tiny little pathway to walk around this way? Well, now that I think about it, I don't think it would make sense for there to be a lot of negative space here, because, like, why would they build so densely if they still had plenty of space? I mean, I guess for, like, structure, because you have to make a foundation anyway, and the roof of another building is a good enough foundation. Yep, I've justified it to myself. That way, so now I don't have to do that work. And honestly, I should have... I really should have done more like visual tests, I think, because I think a lot of this might end up changing, because I think it would be better to make it more circle-based, or to have more rounded edges right at this point, because I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. You know, because a lot of the buildings I'm seeing in, like, the reference that I'm looking at, like, a lot of circular buildings, a lot of round towers. Oh well. Alright, I'm gonna say that's an okay first pass. Does anything here have any modifiers? Because I think... Why was I exporting manually? Because I can just do... Yeah, because I can just do this. Okay. Okay, so one thing that's going to have to change. These bricks are almost the exact same color as the terrain, and it's just not... Well, one, I only have one brick texture, and currently I'm using the exact same material for everything here. Also, I really need to fix these, like, seams in the shadows, but I guess that'll be for another day. Or these little, like... Anytime there's a corner now, we can see the shadows, like, poking out. I need to figure out the normal offset material thing. Actually, hang on. If I did lighting preview here... So why is it fine here? I guess it's because it's almost directly noon. But okay, I'm seeing a little bit, like... That's an ugly spot for that. Oh well. I want... Oh, that's not even, like... That's, like, completely immune to this. Hang on. Let's do, like, 0 for that. What does that look like? What is 2, like, 5 meters? So now it's just straight up sampling from 5 meters away. Is it not applying? Oh well. Let's just run around. Hey, it's good to see you again. Yep, now I'm making a little town up in the mountains. And eventually I'll even add more than one brick texture. Actually, also, since I'm here, let's reduce the wind in this area. So I want this to probably reduce it by like that much. Let's see, it's been like 10 months actually. But nothing too exciting, just more stuff in the game. That's one problem with making a big game, is you spend a lot of time just making the stuff. But it's okay. What do I want this to be? Mm-hmm. So you might have suggested the upgrade to the gun, which I've implemented in code, but I haven't made the texture for it yet. Wait, actually, or at least I've implemented that you can buy an upgrade, but I haven't actually made it so that the upgrade does anything yet. But okay, so this active entity means that now the wind should not be so deafening in this little area. In fact, it might be a little too much. Mm-hmm. See, I guess... Well, this is a precarious little path, and it doesn't even, like... I think it doesn't make sense for there to be, like, these, like, zigzags without buildings in here. Oh, well, I'll call this basic geometry. I guess this will be the past one for now. Well. Oh, you can't even climb this thing. I could just make that walkable. Oh, right. I was thinking, like, shouldn't there be, like, a creature in here? But this is a completely separate bridge. Let's see. When do I plan to release? I think... Well, I think I'm going to open it up to playtesting sometime in March. But I don't think the game's going to actually be done for a while. Oh wow, that chunk is all the way down there. Alright, well, let's have a bit of fun. Oh. Woof. I'll have to make that thing load more gracefully. I probably do have to split that into multiple chunks. Well, actually, I guess that wouldn't do too much because it was the because it's just the level itself. Maybe I have to split the level into chunks. Yeah, because there's a few different chunks where there's a lot of activity, and then when it loads, it tanks the frame rate for a few seconds. Alright, but I should just get back to work. Because I'm procrastinating on the thing that I don't want to do, which is actually look at reference and make, like, plans for the visuals. Okay, let's get... Let's get some visual, or like, stuff in here. So let's see. Oh. Is this thing... Why is this not working right? Okay. And my tablet's not working either. This dang thing just doesn't work. Okay. This is Egypt. This is India. Let's look at some cool things. So this is a cool little place from Baghdad. Little archway. Very little archway, because I couldn't get the, actual thing. Let's do like... Let's do like ancient Egyptian now. So this is Islamic Egyptian. Oh yeah, this one's a classic. I saw this one in The Mummy. And I guess, I don't know if I want to have multiple different styles of stone. Because I already have the white metal, the copper. I guess that could be interesting. Maybe just subtle variations in how the stone is used. And this is a mosque in Cairo. Let's get the actual image. Oh, that was the full size. I like the detail work on this one. Where's that castle that I liked? So there's... What was it, the Red Fort? Oh well, So this is another one from India. So I'm seeing a lot more pillars and a lot more arches than what I'm using. Seeing a lot more circles than what I have. I really like the sort of trapezoid look of these buildings. I'm wondering if I can rectify that with like this ornamentation. I think that would be interesting to sort of have those two blended. And since I'm looking at this, so this, I've seen this a million times, but I've only seen this one photo of it. And I don't know what the actual interior looks like. But I like this particular ornament, like I like this style, and I like this sort of feeling that like, of how many different things are overlapping with each other here. You know, because like you have this massive exterior wall, then you have this, like these two, I think there's like, what is even happening here? I think this is further ahead of this, and then there's this. I can't quite tell, but it's just a very interesting look. But I think I'm seeing a few things that I'm missing from mine. Oh. One is, like, I need a lot more ornamentation, I think. Because even this, you know, has this lovely little, like, arc. And I think, specifically, there's a pattern in, I guess, it'd probably be like Islamic architecture. This particular shape of arch that's slightly pointed at the top. It's like that is very emblematic of sort of, I guess it's Islamic based, or like Arab at least, in origin. Or, well, actually no, because India isn't Islamic mostly. I guess I don't know, like, who made this fort, but it's from that general area. You know, like from India to Pakistan to like Afghanistan and places like that. And then there's this much more rectangular style of the ancient Egyptians. And then even in this much more like this is way less ornate, but even then there's still some like fancy work that I don't have in my stuff. And the different sized bricks. And different textures of bricks and different colors of bricks. Ooh, I actually, looking at this closely, I didn't realize there's different colors of stone. That looks awesome. How would I do that without it repeating too obviously? I guess I could make a shader that takes like a brick pattern and it randomly colors different ones based on the position. That would be kind of funky. That'd be kind of hard to do though. But then I could get like these big variations in value without it feeling like a texture just slapped over it. But okay, I want to get an actual like, I've completely forgotten what this place is called. Agra Fort. Hang on. I keep messing this up. Okay, there we go. I finally found the technology to do that. Okay. So what are we looking at here? Are we looking at this little area? Or are we inside of it already? No, because this is clearly... Okay, let's see if I can also get a better map, because this is like the only map that I'm seeing. I guess this must be the Delhi Gate. We look at this little thing, because we can be, well, that also doesn't make sense. Maybe this one? Actually, screw this. What if I went to just Google Maps? Just look at satellite images of this place and see what it looks like. Oh, hello? Oh, it's because the space bar is switching it. Okay. Whatever. I got what I'm looking for now. Okay, it's a lot more open than I was thinking. But I'm also seeing like multiple. I wonder what the deal is with there being like only one wall here but multiple walls here. I guess maybe they expected people to come from this side more than this side. I don't know. I don't know the tactical history of this actually. I wonder if there's aerial photos. Did I misspelled aerial. Okay, now we're getting some real photos here. Yeah, like I didn't see this before. There's a moat, I think, and then there's this wall, and then there's this even higher wall. It's weird how many it's weird how many people use this specific photo, or a photo of this specific entrance. Because like I don't even think that's the front entrance, is it? It's like we can see. Oh, okay. I see how this works now. Yeah, this is interesting. So I think this is so this is the entrance that I think we're seeing everywhere. I don't need 2 of this. I think. Maybe there's an entrance and then there's this interior entrance or something like that. I guess this is going to be much more useful for. I have that fort on Crab Hill that I was trying to reference this with, but all I did was look at one photograph and then not do anything that was in it. So I guess I'm gonna have. Well, let's look up. Let's look up. Let's look up rural Afghanistan. Because these are like this is the big city. But what is like. What do the small towns look like? Because these have also probably been here for hundreds or like thousands of years. Well, actually, what if there's rural Egypt? But okay, so this is... So I guess... Okay, I guess this is very dry, so... It probably wouldn't be, like, confusing if there are houses like this. So, like, I don't know what this material is, though. It's because is it, like Adobe or something? Or just a similar sort of, like, mud or clay that's been dried up? Nope. Oh, this is funny. I keep doing the wrong thing. But okay, I'm seeing some funky stuff here. I like, well, I like the domed roofs. I like the little bits and bobs that stick out of Adobe. I don't actually know what those are for. Maybe they're like reinforcement, like logs that are laid across before they put down the Adobe to like make the ceiling strong. Or roof. Yeah, because these ones are domed and these ones are flat, so you would think these must have some sort of reinforcement. I keep doing it. I don't think I'll ever get it right. Alright. So yeah, because like, you know, there's a lot of places in my game where, you know, there's no fancy, like, they're not getting like these like crazy ornamentations. Maybe like a few stone structures followed by these like Adobe. I still don't. What is this? Okay. Like. Let's do like ancient Afghanistan building materials. Because I don't actually know the difference between like are they just made out of mud? Is that like is that like the actual like I don't know the difference between Adobe and mud. Is it like straw? Alright, I got one successfully. Alright, so this one's pretty cool looking. Because this gives me a bit more to look at in terms of like... Yeah, and they also have like the modern things, like they have like... Is there... I think there's like just a full-on glass window here, maybe. Or maybe it's just a door frame. Because, yeah, here they have, like, yeah, proper door frames, glass windows. On these clearly, like, very old buildings. And they're ultra, ultra steep. But okay, I think I'm gonna make 3 styles of building. So let's go here. Let's do the visual rework. 3 styles. Ancient stone, which will be... I think I'm gonna try... Well, I'll think about it. Let's call it ancient fortress stone. And, just rural. But then again, this is still the area I'm in is a lot, or the area I'm making is a lot more, it's a lot drier. It'd be, well, I guess, yeah, it'd be something more like this, basically. Oh, this is interesting. I'm reading a little article now from Pashto language blog. So let's see. So roofs are flat and built using wooden poles and then coated with a mixture of mud and straws. Tall mud walls surround every house in order to provide security and privacy to those living in the house. Let's see. So I think... It's not uncommon to see 10, 15, or even more people living in one dwelling. Let's see, modern houses. Let's see, modern building materials are widely available. City, there are some neighborhoods that can use contemporary architecture. In mud houses, the rooms are built on one side of a courtyard, leaving space for a yard where people usually grow flowers and make a patio-like space where they can sit when the weather is nice. Inside of rooms looks quite different from Western-style houses. The couches and tables are not used in traditional-style houses. There's usually a carpet on the floor with a mattress and pillows alongside each wall. The accompanying video... oh, okay. So yeah, so this will just be for the stone. And I guess, well, so what I'm going to do for mine is there's going to be there's going to be bits of the copper integrated into these huts. Because I think they don't, well, I'm still kind of mixed on using mud, because it doesn't feel like there'd be really any mud to use here, because it's almost entirely that red sand. Maybe I'll just make it more brick-like, more like this, a little less like this. Though maybe there could be some sort of stucco or outer coating. Okay. Also, I have to look this up now. Difference between mud and adobe. Oh, it's just bricks of mud. Okay, so it's mud or clay with water and some fibrous organic material. Okay, so I knew that much. And I'm pretty sure even the mud huts, just the mud huts, would probably also do the same thing. Unless there's just not enough, like, maybe that's the difference. Maybe it's just because there's not, like, enough, like, tall grass to really use that. Like, especially, like, out here. Like, this looks, like, dry as a bone. Oh, and these houses are not hundreds of years old. Because, yeah, because if they're made of mud, I'm reading here Adobe lasts like 30 years before you have to replace it. So they're just keeping up maintenance. And I want these houses, I want my little village huts to be able to lock into each other to make larger structures. So I'll have to figure out, like, how I want to do that. Because that's just from a, like, gameplay perspective. But okay, let's say 2 new textures. Adobe bricks, and then, like, flat mud. And I think I am gonna still emphasize this sort of crinkle design. I just like saying crinkle, crinkle. Because I don't want it to just feel like, oh, he's doing like Afghanistan. And here's a crinkle, crinkle wall. Where do I need to go? 16, 5. Concept art, image board, stone architecture. I like this. But let's see. Islamic inspired. This sort of. I forgot what it was called again. Agrafort. Agrafort. Or let's do Islamic / Hindu. I don't know if Hindu would be like the right word for that, but basically, like, well, let's just say Indian then. You know, because we can have some nice ornamentation like this. And I also like how this is like this white marble to stand out against the more red of everything behind it. Actually, I'm really interested. Actually, this is like, now that I'm looking at this, this is cool as hell. Like, look at, I want to know what this building is. Like, cause there's like this cool castle, but like that's like that looks crazy. Because I could build up Crab Hill like that. But okay, so I'm going to say, notes for me, more vertical. And I guess I don't have to go too nuts, because I'm not building everything in the world, but I do like this one as well. But I guess this doesn't really match the rest of the aesthetic, since it's still very red otherwise in my game. Like, there aren't, like, blue stones around. I know. I'm gonna have... They'll use, You know, I'm not going to have 3 styles of stone. I'll just have the fortress stone and the rural, like, mud. I don't know how, I still don't know how I'm actually going to, like, unify. Because I want to have elements of both of these, but I'm not actually sure what I want it to look like. Because, like, the thing that's impressive about this is just that it's this big, fuck huge, like, stone wall. With enormous bricks. And then the thing that's impressive about this is basically the opposite. It's like, you know, tons and tons of ornamentation. And then this is sort of an, I guess, in between, where it's like they're using these huge bricks, and it's very, like, stark, but it still has that, a bit of fanciness to it with, like, the ornamental, like, you know, decoration, or arches on top of this. Which I assume don't have any, like, tactical advantage, they just look cool. Alright, let's try again with, So let's say that they used white metal as a, like... I know, used the gems... So that gives me, like, 4 different colors to work with, because I have the sort of reddish tan of the brick and stone and mud. And then I have, well, actually, so I have the sort of light red of the sand, the dark red of the stone, the purple of the gems, the green of corroded copper, and the white of the fancy white metal. I could do something pretty cool with that. And then, you know, not to mention they could just color the glass with something. Because I even have like, and let's do like, so yeah, they could be very colorful. That would actually be very cool for like the fortress. Or I guess ornament, I guess it would be, I still don't even know what their religion is. How embarrassing. I don't know the religion of my fictional society. I want this to be... I'm going to try this again. Oh, this doesn't even... Wait, how does this one not line up? Did I do something wrong? One, two, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, okay, I did do something wrong. See, I'm still thinking this for like the structure of the huts. I shouldn't concern myself too much with that. Let's just do that for now. Does this still look like a little pumpkin candy? It does. And also, how would these even, like, mesh together? Could they? Would that even be, like, useful? Because they kind of, like, hexagonally, like, align. Which is an interesting idea. But I'd have to make them, like, more stiff, I think. Or, like... Didn't I set this? Okay, there is backface culling. It's just... Oh, okay. I just wasn't seeing it. I forgot I can just do that. If I want these to like mesh together decently, they would have to be like very flat. So then they would mesh together like this. which is kind of interesting. I don't know if I like it. Let's see, where would I put a door? Because this gives us a sort of weird, like, honeycomb thing. And then... I'll play with, you know what? I'll play with these for like one area. I'll just put them in one place for now, and I'll see if I like them. Because I think it is what I want, technically, I think. Oh, right, but I need to figure out a way of making it so that I can make it, making it so that I can have a foundation, but also let them attach to the things. Alright, let's just put this here. So this will be like the ground. Wait, why is this not, Oh, okay. Hello, is this not? Oh, okay. It's recalculate outside. Because I think with a little bit of adornment, this could be pretty cool. And so this will be... What'll this one be? This will be like hut, no arch. Or hut, flat roof. Let's actually call it a hive hut. There we go. Now it looks like a thing. Oh wait, I need this here, I think. I'm just gonna delete this one. Where is this needed other than here? I guess it's fine. I actually don't think the doors need to be this big, but I'm gonna... I know. See, I think it should be like this wide. But oh, this is a fancy door. What did I call this? Hive hut? Hut. Flat roof. So yeah, let's go to a place. Let's search for a village. Sporadic villages and settlements in 28. Nice, I didn't even have this, so let's do... Where's my chunk? Doesn't this have the... There it is. Alright, well, let's just put some... I guess just level ground. So where's our hive? I guess for now, let's just do my brick material. Yeah, because now it actually makes sense for this to be made of brick. So yeah, I might just keep this material because it's a fine brick. For the other materials, I'll do like a fancy, like properly like milled, or would you mill a brick? I don't know how you make bricks really flat. But basically here the bricks are all lumpy. In the actual fortress it's going to be now badass like rigid bricks. How do these merge together? So I have to be careful to merge, or to like work in increments of like 60 degrees. Wait, I don't quite follow why this... So these feel different from each other. Am I off by like 15 degrees or something? Yeah, I think I was. I might just put a bunch of different... I might just make a bunch of different styles of huts, and then if I don't like one, I'll just keep it and make a little scene like this, because I think that's probably what I'm... Because I'm just going to keep these here, because even if I don't like this for everything, which I'm still split on, this is, like, fun enough. It feels like this should be, like, But if I switch it to 60 degrees, it's completely... And what happens here? Maybe somebody just has a little extra door or something. I don't know. I don't know why they would lay him out like this. Wait, I just realized, yeah. The entire point was that. And I'm just going to make this one hide that little incongruity there. These are fun. Let's just have a nice little fountain. And some gardens. And then I'll have to figure out what I want to do for stairs on these things. I know what to do. First I'll do get our hive hut. So first I'm going to make one with a domed roof. Should have done that first. Okay. So let's see if I can can I do circle? I don't like that. Cute. How high can this thing go? Alright, I should have figured out how big these things were before I did this. Alright, let's just do dome roof. Save that. And I guess these won't use copper scrap, because copper scrap is more valuable sold elsewhere. Let's see, these are very large. Well, if I just make the door smaller. Yeah, so this whole like double, like ultra wide door, that was unnecessary. Yuck, and I don't like that shadow thing. And I know exactly what that's caused by. That's because here, if I go to materials, I think that's what it was. Was it not? No, it wasn't. Yuck. That's just bad looking, I guess. Oh, I'll tweak the roofs of these, though, because I don't like how the player, like, trips on them. I think for the domed roofs they'll be fine, so let's export this now. Feels like this thing is not aligned properly, but what I'll do is just ignore it. And then, alright, I guess that's as it is. And then I can even make it these two-story again, which is kind of ridiculous now. Let's see, so I want, I want one of these little rectangles, or one of these little hexagons, to be reserved for the stairs up to the place. So I think it'll be this one. Right in here. Okay, so that gives us this. And then, let's triangulate this, because I don't trust the algorithm. Oh wait, what am I doing? I didn't even think about it. This is actually completely fine. I was worried it was going to make like a triangle-shaped quad, but it doesn't. Oh wait, no, it makes it here. There we go. That's what I meant to do. So now we have a way to get up, and I can put something here to make it so that you can actually, like, get up there. Wait, actually, is this even? I guess that's even-ish. Alright, and I should have, whatever. The arched roof will also, the domed roof building will also not, have to worry about that. Okay. And let's do dome. And for now, well, what should I put here? Maybe this will look good. Eh. It could be worse. So now we should have houses that actually, like, make sense at all. Sort of. Yeah, and here, now the door is double wide, but it's not, like, ultra wide. Yeah, because this seems like it could be a pretty big, like... And you could do little different things with, like, these little zones in here. Like, maybe these go treated like different rooms, sort of. This is fun. Yeah, because this gives us a little bit more... I don't know. I think this has a bit more of its own identity. Though I should make, like, a single story version. Yeah, let's make that now. Because that might be, like, the go-to. Hive hut. Single. Flat. Oh, like I said, so that will be fine. Then let's merge these. So I want this and this. Alright, I think that gives me what I want without doing too much damage elsewhere. I should have separated out stone structures from natural stone formations. Oh well. So this will be like zone village. And I'm happy to see that I didn't even like bother altering this terrain at all, which is why it's flat, because it's completely aligned with 0, 0, meaning that I didn't even touch it at all. Oh well. Alright, so I need... Let's do some little hive. Let's do a little... Oh, not right. So I want this one aligned with one of these. And then I want a little tiny single. Do these actually, like, line up? If I just want this to... I guess that sort of lines up. Not very well. Oh well. Okay, so these little hive huts, they're fun. I should probably stick to the single height ones, though, because I feel like the double height is sort of unrealistic. Or unbelievable, I should say. I don't really care if it's realistic. Well, I guess if I just put little windows in here, then it'd be okay. Though, how would I deal with windows? I guess I could at least put one window in above the door, because I know the door is going to be unobstructed. Otherwise, there's no telling what is going to happen with these things. And I guess I could even, like, make it so that... I should make it so that you can have doors that go in between the two. Like, in between neighboring huts. And, like, different variants and stuff. That could get really complicated, though. Oh, yuck. I have a good idea. Let's just go to this one. And let's just grab this roof. Pull it down a little bit. So that way I can stamp those things on top of this. And it's like, what's the player going to do? They don't have a tape measure in the game. Okay, and these things are a little too tall, so... Well, I should say a little too tall for the player tutorial area. Because I'm also thinking of, like, if I were to move these into there. Oh. Maybe I should make a right-handed version of this so that the door is on the other side. Like, just move this door here. I guess I could just scale the mesh. Well, scale the mesh and the I guess that wouldn't work. Godot doesn't like it when you scale collision bodies. And I still need the actual, like... I think it'll be that there's going to be stairs going up this one, then there'll be stairs going from this one to this one. So I'll need, like, I guess, like, outer stairs and then inner stairs? I guess... How do I want this to go? I'll make a third single layer. Yeah, these are just neat. And well, how would I actually, I guess the internal logic is there's some sort of reinforcement inside of that. Maybe it's the copper scrap, maybe it's some white metal scrap, maybe it's like actual like wood or something. Because there isn't a lot of like, there aren't a lot of trees in the game, but there are some. So I could do a little bit of building with it. hopefully there aren't... Okay, good. I'll have to figure out how I want windows to work. Because I don't want to make a bunch of variants with like windows and no windows and partly windowed and stuff. But there should be windows in these things. Maybe I just design it so that if they're attached, you can see the windows. Well, even, actually, I don't know how you would do that. Like, design the windows, like, I don't know how you would lay out the windows so that, like, if you have one here, it would then connect with one on the other side. Because these mesh like this. They don't mesh end to end, so if I just put a window there, it wouldn't work. Well, actually, I guess these double-story houses would be fine in Hideaway, or in the tutorial town, because I do want it to be that you can't just jump up there, and now you can't even, like, wall jump up there. I just have to figure out a different route to get up. Well, I guess you can high jump and then wall jump. Okay, so that's fine. Were these gardens always this big? The scale feels off here. This watermelon is nearly as big as her. This is like a 200-pound watermelon. Like, these need to be like... Hang on. How big are these tomatoes? These are some big tomatoes. Okay, so it's about 12:40, so I guess this will be it for now. I'll take a break now. Get lunch. But alright, you know what? These things are pretty fun. I'll scatter a few with... I don't think I'll actually use these for like the tutorial town or like all of the towns. Let's try something else next time. Alright, so I'll be back at 2 p.m. my time in about an hour and a half. See you then.